saying, no, I didn't talk to my mother about this, or my father. In your family, we talked about this in our classroom, stranger danger, you should have a code word. I know we have one in our, it's never been used in my family, my son's 25. We've never used it, but it was there. And so we always tell you, do not go with anybody. You say no, and you go in the other direction. So, you know, the idea of somebody just pulling and dragging you, that's unlikely. But if something happens to you, you're in a situation, and you think, oh, maybe it's okay, and the red flags start going up, that's the time to take action. You're never going to be in trouble if you take some safety action. Okay? Katie?
What happens if you just run away?
That's a good plan. Run away. Go to somewhere you think is safe. Go to an employee in the store. Go to somewhere where you think somebody can help you. Okay?
Anybody else have questions here? Thanks, Judy. I just wanted to ask you guys, is there anybody here? Oh, was there a question? I'm sorry, I didn't even see that. Okay, go ahead.
What if you run away from an employee and someone's trying to get something and they're like, come on, sweetie, go and that employee doesn't believe that you
If you're in a situation where someone doesn't believe you, don't think that you're wrong. Go to the next person. And then go to the next person. Hey, find if someone doesn't believe you, don't think that you did something wrong. You've never done something wrong, kids. You've never done something wrong, okay? If you've got something to say, then say it. Go to the next person. Okay? Find another animal. Go to the next person. Don't ever give up, okay? Hang on, take it. Pay attention to you. Something's going on that you don't want that you don't like. I'm grabbing you right now. I'm grabbing you. Be quiet. I'm going to do it, right? So say something. No, exactly. Just be louder. Right? Just be vocal, guys. That's what being vocal. If you're vocal, I'm going to look. Right? Because why are you doing this? Give me your hand. Go ahead.
What if there's like guys that are living in the basement?
Don't answer the door if you don't feel comfortable answering. Doesn't matter. Don't answer the door. If you don't feel comfortable answering the door, don't answer the door. Okay? And sorry, go ahead. No, my personal opinion is I teach my kids, if I'm not home, if you're home by yourself, and someone comes to the door, and you don't feel comfortable answering it, you should never answer the door. Okay? Just to keep you safe. Because there could be people, I mean, like Judy said, there could be people doing different things. All I'm saying is, if you don't feel comfortable and then those red flags go up, don't open them.
I just want to say one more thing on safety before we kind of wrap up. The grade 7s might have a few more questions, and they can stay behind, and I'll let you wrap up in a second. But I wanted to bring a little closer to home for all of you. There's a whole new generation of things that are out there happening that are new to us. I'm going to tell you about something that we weren't affected by, but you are directly, and that is the internet. When we were your age, there was no internet. There was no computer when I was your age. The internet. Once you put something on the internet, it is there permanently and forever. It doesn't come off, even though you erase it. I have my own website. You put it on your website, it is there forever. Errol, it's there forever, even though you delete it, even though you erase it, even though you get rid of your website. It has been put on and it's permanent. You might not be able to pull that site up, but it is in the World Wide Web. You just now entered it. Bullying, huge issue around the internet. Somebody said to me, hey, my website, I can put whatever I want on my website. Sorry, you can't. But where are we going with this? With personal safety is the same issue as them all. Building trust. There are people that are monitoring the internet just as you're using it. They're gathering information. They say, oh, okay, I know this kid's name. room. There's none of that. None of it. So they're gathering information. They're finding all about Allie. They know that there's a, you know, she's going to somebody's house Saturday night. She knows who her friends are. He knows what school they're at. Then he starts saying, I'm a friend of yours. We have mutual friends in common, and they start building the trust again.
I'll tell you something. I know a police officer, and he works on the ERT team. And I have a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old, and he said, Mike, you are a martial artist. You have a very strong presence. He says most men respect you immediately when they meet you. And I said, I feel really secure about my children. And he said, the worst thing that you can do is feel, because of the way you look, if you're a gangster or whatever, that no one's going to go near your child. Because once a pedophile or a sexual deviant locks in on a child, he doesn't care if the child's father's a Hell's Angel. He doesn't care if he's a gangster. He's the heavyweight champion of the world. They're after you and you only. And make yourself aware of that. Make yourself aware of that. That is why they're called predators. And they stop at nothing. It's just like they got a homing device on, and it's for that child in particular. And I was so comforted to know, to be told that, because I'm very proactive in that with my children. Very, very, very proactive. And you guys are getting to the age, you guys in grade 7, you can make those judgment calls. And don't get led down the wrong road, because you know what? It'll be a lifetime of regrets. And you have these people here that care for you immensely, and that will stand for you. And you know what? If you come to them, you might be saving 20 or 30 or 40 other children from being violated, because these people are proactive here. There's so much for you kids out there. There's bullying, there's this internet. It's a lot. It's a lot. But you want to know something? Don't let yourselves fall into that cesspool of dirt. Because you know what? You've got friends around you, and if your friends care about you, they'll say no. And then you go bring it to your supervisors.